Good afternoon, students. In the previous class, we have discussed about the altitude or height above the sea level and the distance from the sea. Okay, so today we are moving towards the fourth factor, that is the direction of wind. So first of all, we'll discuss about the wind. Okay, what is wind? Okay, wind is moving air from one place to another. Okay, and direction of the winds that also affect the climate of a place. Okay, how it affects the climate? So see, the wind blowing from a cold place will be cool and makes the place cold. Okay, while the wind which is blowing from the hot place will be hot and makes the place hot. Okay, so this is the direction of the wind. And after that, wind that blow from the sea brings rain in the coastal areas. Now students, we will discuss the fifth factor, that is humidity and rainfall. So first of all, the question is that what is humidity? Okay, so humidity means the amount of water vapor present in the air is called humidity. As we all know, the water is in the liquid form. Okay, and when we boil the water, okay, then the liquid form is converted into the gaseous form, and then after it forms into the vapor. Okay, students, when the water is converted into water vapor, that is known as what? Water vapor. And this process is done by heating, which is known as the evaporation. Okay, so students, the amount of water vapor present in the air is known as humidity. Okay, if humidity is high in the atmosphere, it means that lot of water vapor is present in the air, in which we sweat a lot. Okay, but if the humidity is low, it means hardly water vapor present in the air, and in that situation our skin and lips start cracking because of the dryness. So students, air near the seas or the oceans has more water vapor in it. That's why these places are more humid than places which are far away from the sea. And one more thing which is most important, that is rainfall. Okay, rainfall also depends on humidity. Okay, so students, now the question arises that how does the water vapor come into the air? Okay, it is very important that how the water vapor goes in the air. So student, when the rays of the sun falls on the water bodies in the sense like rivers, lakes, oceans, it heats 70% of water, in which water is turned into vapor and enter in the atmosphere. And in the scientific term, this process is termed as the evaporation. Okay, and we can also observe the evaporation like when our wet floor dries. Okay, and when we wet clothes dry. Okay, then the water vapor droplets join together to make clouds in the sky. The teeny droplets of water in the clouds join together to form bigger drops of water. Here in the scientific term, we use condensation. Condensation means when the water vapor is converted into droplet of water is called condensation. And after the condensation, the precipitation process comes. Okay, in which the drops of water fall down on the earth in the form of rain. That is known as what? Precipitation. So students, now we will understand with the help of the diagram, okay, how the rainfall is caused. Okay, so see here, I have drawn the water. Okay, so here it is sea water. Okay, suppose that sea water, rivers, oceans, whatever the water bodies, different water bodies, and at the top I have drawn here sun. Okay, so now we will understand the process. So see, as I have earlier told you that when the rays of the sun, falls on the water bodies, okay, falls on the water bodies, then the water of the sea starts heat, okay, and rise up in the form of the vapor. Okay, and as I have discussed about the process, that is evaporation. Okay, evaporation process means when the water is converted into vapor by the process, by the heating, when the rays of the sun falls on the water bodies, okay, then after the evaporation process takes place. So these water vapors enter in the atmosphere, okay, and join together to form a cloud in the atmosphere. What are these? These are the clouds, okay. And when these cloud becomes heavy, then it falls in the form of a rain on the earth surface, which is known as the precipitation. Okay, so that falls in the form of a rain. Okay, so in this way rainfall is caused. So students, the amount and time of rainfall decides the climate of that particular area. Okay, at some places there may be snowfall in the place of the rainfall. Okay, why the snowfall will take place? Because of the decrease in the temperature in the atmosphere. Okay, and all places on the earth do not receive the same amount of rainfall, and also not at the same time. The distribution and the amount of rainfall varies from place to place. So students, अगर हम इसे सिंपल लैंग्वेज में समझना चाहें तो जैसे ये सूर्य की किरणें धरती पे पड़ती है तो धीरे धीरे नदी का पानी जो है वो गर्म होने लगता है, एंड इट चेंजेस इनटू द वेपर का फॉर्म करता है, और ये वेपर फिर धीरे धीरे कहाँ चला जाता है? ये एटमॉस्फेयर में, ठीक है, और एटमॉस्फेयर में जाकर के ये क्लाउड का फॉर्मेशन करता है, बादलों का फॉर्मेशन करता है, और फिर जब ये क्लाउड हेवी हो जाता है तब वो रेन के फॉर्म में फिर वो अर्थ सरफेस पे आता है, एंड इन दिस वे द रेनफॉल इज कॉज्ड. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, moving towards the last factor, that is the ocean current. Ocean currents means the wave produced in the ocean by air is known as the ocean current, which determine the climate of the coastal areas. Okay, like hot current and cold current in the seas and oceans. कहने का मतलब ये है कि समुद्र में हवाओं के द्वारा जो करंट प्रोड्यूस होता है, दैट इज नोन एज द ओशन करंट. ओके, so students, as you can see, when the Western Europe experiences cold temperature, warm waters of Gulf Stream bring relief to the people. It means that Gulf Stream is a warm ocean current in the western North Atlantic Ocean. Okay, similarly the cold current bring the low temperature and the hot torrid zones. Means the cold current flow towards the equator areas, means near the equator areas what we find? The torrid zones, okay, which is too much hot. Okay, so students, in this way we can see that the climate of the place not only influences the lifestyle of the people, but also the life of the plants and animals of the place also. So this was the last factor, ocean current. Okay, so now students, I have completed this chapter number 3. Okay, I think you all have understand this chapter. अगर आपको समझ में नहीं आता है तो आप उस वीडियो को एक बार 2 बार आप उसको देखें और उसको समझें. ओके, so each and every part will be clear. So now, thank you class.